Hello, good morning, and you're welcome back to the channel. It's always beautiful to have you here. Today, we're going to be looking at biorefineries. What are biorefineries and what do they do? We've been taking our time to discuss different concepts in biotechnology. So, today, the concept which we'll be spending time discussing is biorefineries. Now, what are biorefineries? Now, when you hear about a refinery, what comes to your mind is a petrol refinery or a petroleum refinery where you refine crude oil to give you different products. So with that knowledge in mind, you can just pivot that into thinking about what a biorefinery could be. So if we were to define a biorefinery very quickly in simple terms, we'll say that it's a system or a process or a unit where we make use of biomass, we make use of biomatter and convert them into useful products. So, I want to take my time. If you say biomass, what do you mean? When we talk about biomass, we're talking about any material that is either from a living thing or it's a living thing itself, or it's a byproduct or a product of the living thing. So any of such material is what we call biomass. So if you have husk of corn, if you have a cob of corn, if you have husk from different things, if you have the backs of coconuts, anything that we know is a material that was gotten from a living thing is what we refer to as biomass. So the process where we have a system where we make use of all these materials, materials that perhaps are considered as waste, we make use of them, gather them, and use them to generate other products, other useful products, and then generate fuel and energy. That's what we have happening in a biorefinery. And it's important to note that the biorefinery has, makes use of the circular model economy. What's the circular model economy? The circular model economy is an economy that is currently being pushed by science and sustainability, where you want to make use of every product. So any product that perhaps is a byproduct of a particular reaction or a particular process, you don't want to have it being discarded, thrown away as waste. No, you want to make use of it. So when you have this circular economy, you can simply discuss it or refer to it as an economy that has zero waste. So anything that is considered as waste is still used, put back into the system and used for one process or the other. So let's not go too far. We're talking about the biorefinery. Instead, it's a system or a unit where you have use of biomass, the conversion of biomass into other products and into energy and fuel that is useful for us and can be used for very many different processes. So we can make use of wood, we can make use of algae, we can make use of the back of trees, anything that is a biomass, that is a part of a living thing can be made use of to, feed into this system and generate other products. Now, there are some processes that occur in a biorefinery, which we'll discuss in bits and pieces. First is that there's what we call the pre-treatment. So in the pre-treatment, when you have your materials that you want to use, the biomass materials, you want to, process them. So that's the first process is pre-treatment. You want to process them in such a way that they are smaller and easier to make use of. So you may heat it, no, not heat it, sorry. You may grind it, you may cut it into smaller sizes. The idea is that there's a pre-treatment where we want to make the material, process the material in such a way that they are easier for us to use. Now, when the pre-treatment has been done, or after the pre-treatment has been done, we now have thermal conversion. Thermal conversion, just as the name implies, is the use of heat for many different processes. Now, that thermal combustion has many different types. There's pyrolysis, sorry. There's gasification, there's combustion. Now, all these are different methods by which we are applying heat to our biomaterial or biomass. And we're applying heat because we want to be able to change these products, change them into other different types of products. And these methods are all different types. When you say combustion, you're applying heat and you're allowing a lot of oxygen in the whole process. That's combustion. You have gasification, where as you're applying heat, you are running different gases through those biomass in order to change them or in order to convert them into something different. And then when you have pyrolysis, here you have the application of heat that can go to as much as 300 to 700 degrees Celsius, and there's little or zero oxygen in pyrolysis. So these are important processes that are all involved or all under thermal treatment, thermal conversion. This is important for us to know. And when we do this, when you do thermal conversion, the end products, there are different types of end products. One of the end products is what we call biochar. We could also have biofuel, and we could also have syngases. So biochar, that's a carbon-rich residue that we get when we do thermal conversion of biomaterials or biomass. And then you can sometimes have biogas or biofuel, which is a product from heating up all these materials. And sometimes you can also have syngases. Syngases are a conglomerate of many different types of gases. You could have methane, you could have CO2, and they are byproducts of this thermal conversion method. And this is important for us to know. Now, apart from thermal conversion, we said you do the pre-treatment, you can do thermal conversion, you can also do biochemical conversion. And in biochemical conversion, you subject all these biomaterials to quite a number of different types of enzymes, different types of enzymes, with the idea or with the plan to achieve, a particular goal, the making of maybe biogases or other kinds of different end products, when you apply the use of different enzymes. And sometimes it's not even the enzymes that you apply. You might apply the use of different types of microorganisms. You can use these microorganisms to work on either your biochar, or to work on your syngases, or to work on any other material that is your product from your thermal conversion. You can work on them with different types of microorganisms in order to achieve another end aim. Also, you could do chemical conversion. And in chemical conversion, you want to use different other types of chemicals to work on the products of your thermal conversion or the products of your biochemical conversion, all in a bid to get better products and have better finishes. This is very, very important. Now, we'll still discuss in depth many of the different processes that occur in this biorefinery. But it's important to note that the biorefineries are important because they use that circular economy model. The idea is that science is moving in a direction where we don't want anything to be considered as waste. Something that is considered, look at, for example, human waste, waste from fishes and from chicken can be used as fertilizer. So the idea is that there's no waste anywhere. Anything that is a material that might be considered as a waste product can be, used, put back into the system, and there can be an important or useful, there can be something useful being found for that particular material. So thank you. That's our discuss on biofuel, biorefineries this morning. I hope you gained one thing or the other. Remember to like our channel, subscribe, invite your friends, share what we have to offer. And thank you. Have a wonderful day.